My impressions of this week in Brazil has been amazing to not only meet new friends and very, very nice people. I've also been learning about a completely new side of the music industry that I've never ever thought existed. It's been so inspiring to meet new artists, new creators and companies that are making and releasing music in a way that I've never seen before. So I had a great experience this week, and to be honest, I can't wait to come back again soon. Session was created because I needed it myself. I started a publishing company and I had 3 really talented up-and-coming songwriters and producers signed to my company, but I could not manage the data. I didn't get any information about who they worked with and no numbers and no identifiers. So that was the reason why I created it. I needed it for myself. And but I was lucky. I had people around me that said to me like, yeah, this is something that the whole industry can benefit from. So we gave it a shot and it turned out that there's so many other involved people in the industry, all from creators to companies and societies, agreed with us and have been very supportive of what we try to achieve. To be able to work with Björn Ulvaeus from ABBA and Max Martin is amazing. And a funny story is that they've actually never met before, so I brought them together, and I never ever forget that lunch we had. It started with outside the restaurant. Björn said, "Oh, stop!" Before we went in. Exactly where we stand right now. Here we took the cover picture of the album where they're sitting in a limousine, a brown cover. And that was actually, he said, it's right here. So it started really good. And we went into this restaurant, we had lunch, and I was like a small boy on Christmas Eve. These 2 giants were just talking about how they created songs and you know, so that was a great experience. So for me to be working with them is a real benefit, not only because they are very nice people and they are very supportive to what we do, but they are also very high influential people for the music industry. So they help me open doors that I couldn't really open myself, because that's what Session is all about, to reach the right people and get it rolled out to as many as possible. So I can only say positive things about working with them. The reason for why it's so good to create this tool together with other creators is because we send the message by creators for creators. To be able to solve the industry problems, we need the creators to be on board. It's not just the companies and organizations that need to change. The creators also need to change. And to make creators change behavior, that's really hard. But if we as a creative community international do it together, it's going to be much easier. So, by creators, for creators. So, the collaboration side of the Session platform is the most important. We know that creators don't like admin and they don't like the word data. As soon as you mention the word data, you lose creators. So to attract the creators and give them an incentive to use the platform, we call it a collaboration tool. So when you're added to the platform, you have the opportunity to store all your audio files, work on the lyrics, do all the split sheets, all those things that sometimes can be challenging to coordinate in one place. That Session provides now super easy, and that's what we call a collaboration tool. The importance of getting registered with your right identifiers and numbers is crucial if you as a creator want to be credited and paid. You need to understand that the numbers link to the contribution you do on the recording side or on the musical work side. It's everything for you as a creator. So if you see your music creation as a sustainable profession, you need to be part of this process. And we know that it can be challenging to keep track of all these numbers. But that's the reason why we have created the session platform, because we take care of that for you. The only thing you need to do is scan in when you get to the studio and the numbers are linked. The collaboration between UBC and Session started, it was some time ago. We have been negotiating and talking about how the form of this collaboration was about to be for some time. But when we found the right way of doing it, and to explain what we do in step one is to verify the unique identifiers for songwriters and performers that are UBC members. Those numbers are automatically verified on the Session platform. So Session users that are UBC members can use the platform seamless without worrying that the numbers are going to be wrong. This is a huge step forward for creators. And what UBC are doing now is sending a message to all societies out in the world that this is a great way of using new technology to simplify this process for the members. And it benefits both the members and UBC or any other organization and any company that downstream are managing data. Because when people consume music out in the world, we now can find all the way back to an individual music creator to be able to pay them if there's money to be received. Brazilian music creators can really benefit from using Session Studio by, first, I would recommend everyone to become UBC members, because UBC now is the only society here in Brazil that can verify. Based on what I've seen here during this week, I've seen creators that creates hundreds of songs per week. And what they could really benefit from using the Session platform is to make sure that all the information is right about everything they create without giving them headache and do it later on paper and pen. This is digital, this is super simple to use, and it fits really the Brazilian, especially the funk community that I've seen here. It benefits them, and it's a perfect match between Session and what they're doing. A big challenge is to educate songwriters and music creators in general about what they need to know. I mean, I meet a lot of music creators all the time, and unfortunately, it's common that creators today don't really understand the difference between a publisher and a label, for example, and they have no idea what the identifiers mean. So yes, it's really important to educate. But again, when we try to bring this message out to the creators, we lose them, because they want to go back to the studio and continue creating more music. But through the Session platform, we can of course help them to simplify the process. But I also want to add that Max, Martin, Björn, and myself, we have also started a foundation called Music Rights Awareness Foundation. And we have partnered up with the UN and the UN agency WIPO in Geneva. And we are right now building an education platform that's going to be free and available to all creators in the whole world on all UN's official 6 languages. And we are going to do the first release of this education platform in October is the goal this year. We have support from the entire music industry. So all the trade organizations in the industry are part of our advisory board. And I'm really excited to start rolling this out. And we are going to educate creators in a new, innovative way that's not been done before. So the education part we're doing separate, but Session is a platform that simplifies it. So the combination, I think, is going to be perfect. So new features on the Session platform in the future we have a long list of things that we are adding. We prioritize what our users are asking us for. So what I can say that we're working on right now is a chat feature. I was strongly against it personally, but of course the first one to give up, because our user is really asking for it. I didn't want to create a new communication platform, but they want to be able to communicate on a song level, and I understand that. So chat will come. We're also adding playlisting, so you can send a bunch of songs to someone external, not the only song by song. We're doing more collaborations. SoundCloud is available now. We're adding TuneCore as the first aggregator, so you seamless can release your music to the world through TuneCore. And we're also adding more societies around the world that in the same way as we've done with UBC. The risk of not using a platform like Session Studio is that you don't get identified, you don't get linked to what you create. So if you don't get linked with these numbers, that means that the industry cannot find you if there's money to be received. So if you want to get paid, you need to get identified, and Session helps you with that, and that's the great benefit of it. And then you get a lot of other good things as well, but the main thing is to identify you and link you to your contribution on a song. How you as creator can help us spread the word about the collaboration between Session Studio and UBC is to just tell it to everyone you're working with. Start using it. It's free to use, so we don't charge you anything to use it. So you don't have to feel that you sell anything to your fellow music creators when you ask them to use it. It's there. We want to help you to get credited and paid, and that's what Session's going to help you with. And if you use it and send the information to your publisher or to UBC, you will be found. And so that is the message I would like you to spread to all your fellow music creators out there.